pretty people. Say hi, Jerusha. Let me know you're in the building. Hashtag pretty people. Yes, it's 1:30, so I wanted to share a quick lunch and learn. Yes, a quick lunch and learn. If you're on my business page, yes, make sure you send me some stars, some digital stars. All you have to do is hit it where it says stars. Tap those stars. If you're on Instagram or TikTok, if you tap the screen, hearts come up. Yes, heart me up. If you're on Facebook, star me up if you're on the business page. And so Facebook gave me some stars on my business page. So we want to make sure we get some interaction and some engagements on that business page. If you're not quite on my business page, join me over here. Join me over here. So yes, hello, gorgeous. If you are joining me for the very first time, make sure that you put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. You are just now hearing the sound of my voice. You are a newbie to me. Make sure you put newbie in the chat. If you're on Instagram, TikTok, you're just now hearing my voice. Hello, gorgeous. Yes, Lady Brown in the building. Yes, how you doing? I speak back. So hashtag pretty people. We crown our people over here. We celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. And so you're my people. Hashtag pretty people. Yes, all the pretty people, get your pretty people tees. Just click my link on my link tree. Go to my link tree. Go to my link tree. Go to my bio. Go to my link tree. Get your pretty people tee. Send me a picture. Once you wear it, you got to send me a picture, girl. Send me a picture. I will post it on my stories. Yes, hashtag pretty people. Oh, how are you doing? I'm doing wonderful. You are gorgeous too. I appreciate the compliments. Yes, I appreciate that. I am all about that self-care. So I want to make sure that I look good, I feel good, and I show up with enthusiasm and excitement to share with you some motivation, inspiration, and some business tips. This is the page for you. Yes, Rhonda, hashtag pretty people. All the pretty people are on this page. Yes, make sure you do me a favor. Please put replay if you watch the replay, but more importantly, go ahead and tag 2 besties for me. So that's going to be my thing. Every time I come live, if I remember, I'm like, go ahead and tag 2 people. Share the broadcast or tag 2 people. Share the broadcast or tag 2 people, because I don't want to be the best kept secret. And there's so much room at the top. We can certainly share this information with a lot of people, right? Everybody can win. We already know everybody's not going to do the work. The harvest is abundant, but the workers are few, baby. How can I invest in Bitcoin? I have no idea. So I am not the person for that particular question. I help small businesses, network marketers, and direct sellers build their businesses online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat. I'm also developing 100 new entrepreneurs, new business partners in my business, right? Well, they want to be entrepreneurs. And so I am developing the 100s, helping 100 families, 100 lives. Yes, 100 people. Yes, earning what they want to earn, teaching them all of my strategies. Yes, having that private coaching. So 100s, put 100 in the chat if you want to get educated about the 100s. But it is happening. It's happening. I'm so excited. So I decided to give myself a crazy goal. 100 families that I help start a business and monetize social media. So if you're curious about that, all you got to do is put 100 and I will make sure that I message you to get you some details. All right. So yes, Emma in the building. Hey, Monica, thank you so much for tagging 2 people. Make sure you put the ampersand and tag the person so they actually get tagged. Make sure you tag the peoples. We want to make sure we tag the peoples. And so I just wanted to piggyback on my trainings. You got to follow the entire trainings. I'm live every day on TikTok, and TikTok wasn't treating me well yesterday, but I still came live. And yesterday was such a great training. I got so many messages about, starting new conversations face to face. I'm very good with starting new conversations face to face. And I oftentimes talk about starting conversations online. So I did have a question about one of the trainings that I did yesterday. So go back and check it out on Friday, but you got to check out the replay on Facebook because obviously there's no replay on TikTok. And so, I see. Okay, Minnesota in the building. Yes, let me know where you are tuning in from. That's always important. When I look at my analytics, the Northerners love me, and I'm from the South, right? And so the Southerners don't like me. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all do. And so a lot of people from the north. Austin, Texas in the building. Yes, yes, yes. Let me know where you reside. So I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. And so I can see your beautiful faces. If you're on my business page, please make sure you tap for the stars. Give me some stars. Since Facebook gave me this feature, I figured I might as well use it. There's a business tip. Whenever new features come out, use them. If they're telling you to use this certain feature, just use it, because that's going to also boost the algorithm for you. And obviously more people are going to be able to see your stuff. So I just try to do it, right, to see what's going to happen. So I appreciate you. Oh, I see Texas is in the building. Yes. Is it Sugarland, Texas? Now, where is that? Shreveport. Yes, I love it. Chicago. Oh, see the north. Chicago from Vegas. Oh, I think you are amazing. I think you are amazing too. Okay. See, yeah, like attract like. I'm telling you, let me tell you something. Another business tip. What you put out into the universe will come back to you. So I decided that I was going to share motivation, inspiration, and business tips. That is something that I'm an expert in that area. I love it. I just love to do it all the time. So I know I'm only going to attract my tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Write that down. So I already know somebody that doesn't want to hear a loud, motivated, excited person. They're going to scroll on by. Those aren't my people. And so the people that stop the scroll and they listen and they get educated and they implement and they come back and they share and they tag, those are my people. And so you will have that same response when you show up. You've got to show up every time, being your authentic self, so you can attract the right people to you. And so that's a business tip in itself. So I appreciate you. You are amazing as well. So I'm going to talk about a little bit more. Yesterday, we talked about meeting people face to face. And a lot of you are like, I'm afraid to do that. A lot of the messages was like, oh my gosh, I love your scripts. I love the fact that you know how to talk to strangers, but I don't think that I can do that. First of all, we're going to change the mindset. So you're going to stop saying what you can't do. We only focus on what you can do. Okay. So I don't even care. Thank you for the roses and the hearts on TikTok. I don't even care about what you can't do. Tell me what you can do, and we're going to work on that, because you can learn a skill. You can. Every single one of you can learn a skill. If I can learn a skill, you can learn a skill. And so it's not so much as I never sold anything. Let me give you the backstory. So if you're joining me, I'm Jerusha Wiggins, motivational speaker, radio personality, and business coach in a direct sales business. And I help people build their businesses online and offline, right? And so I never ran a business before my company. Never. So I worked in corporate America. I worked for CNN News. My degrees are in communications and public relations. I always knew I was going to talk to get paid. Day one, I was 17 years old, and I decided that's what I'm going to do. And I pursued that and did it. Okay. So I don't have a sales background. So that's why I'm saying to you, people like to say, well, you already know how to do it. No, I've learned some skills to become an expert in that area. And so anybody can do it. So there are three things you cannot recover in life. So make sure whatever you're speaking to yourself, right, is positive reinforcement of what you want. Write this down. You get to keep what you speak. Say, Jerusha said, you get to keep what you speak. So as long as you are saying, I can't, you get to keep that. It will come to pass. As long as you're saying, I can't make money, I don't know how to do a post, I don't know how to do TikTok. As long as you're speaking it, you get to speak it, you get to keep it. And so what you want to do is change your language, okay? So there are three things you cannot recover in life. The word after it's said, the moment after it's missed, and the time after it's gone. You don't have time to waste. Listen, new features are rolling out all the time on social media. If you are just getting started, that's okay. Pat yourself on the back. You just getting started. But for those of you that have been here for a moment, you still thinking about it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is today. Tomorrow is today. You've got to do it today. Oh, I'm going to do it someday. Oh, yeah, I was going to get on Reels. Oh, yeah, I was going to do it. I was going to get on YouTube. I was going to do a podcast. When were you going to do it? Someday leads to a town called nowhere. Nowhere. It's May of 2022. Write that down. Someday leads to a town called nowhere. You're still talking about doing something that you have the physical ability to do. Nobody is too busy. Stop telling me you're too busy. That's a lie. Because if you are on social media, okay, Now, this is my page, so I get to talk, right? I believe people are busy sometimes because I'm busy sometimes. But if you opened up social media 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day, you had time to build a business. Period. The moment you opened up social media to scroll for 5 minutes, right? Oh, it's downtime. Oh, I'm on my lunch break. Oh, I had a 15-minute break. Oh, I didn't have time today. I work. Yes, when you opened up social media, you had time. The moment you did that, you could have made a connection. The moment you did that, you could have made a new friend. The moment you did that, you could have started a new conversation. The moment you did that, you could have gotten ideas from TikTok to create a TikTok. The moment that you did that, so we all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's just managing yourself. You can't manage time. It's managing yourself. So no one is too busy unless you work for the president. Any of y'all work for the president? Okay, I don't think so. You have a job that requires 16 hours. Like you have, no, most of you don't. You have a regular 9 to 5, or you have a regular, if it's a third shift, it's still the regular 8 to 10 hours. It's not like you are Secret Service. You Secret Service, you not. So you had time. It's just a matter of priorities. If it was a priority, it will be a part of your to-do list. It will be a part of your IPA. Your IPA is income producing activities. If it is a part of your IPA, every single day, it becomes a priority. Not that you're not interested in your business, not that you don't want your business to grow, because I believe every single one of you do. But until you make that business a priority and the things you need to do to grow that business a priority, you're going to keep saying, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Oh, it's not happening for me. No one wants my product, my service, my opportunity. Yet you haven't reached out to people. You've got to reach out to more people. Okay. Norman Vincent Peale. Les Brown talks about him all the time. So Google people, right, and follow them. There's a business tip right there. So Les Brown, he talks about Norman Vincent Peale all the time. And he said that empty pockets never held anyone back. Only empty heads and empty hearts can do that. So when you don't have the knowledge to move forward, you stay still. When it's not in your heart to do it, you stay still. So it's not that you don't have just the money, right? That your pockets are empty. It's a lot of times we don't know what we don't know. So your head is empty. You're like, I don't even know what to do. But when you hear a business coach or a mentor, or your upline or your life coach tell you to do something, you got to move. You got to start putting that thing into action. You got to make sure that you pay attention and fill yourself every day with knowledge. Knowledge is the new rich. Knowledge is the new rich. I give out so much free content. If you went back and just listened to the content, you'd be doing much better. I'm telling you, if you go back and just study, like when I mean listen, I don't mean I'm going to take an hour a day and sit down and listen. No, you was in the car. Remember when you was in the car and you was talking on the phone about nothing? Okay. Remember that time you had? Okay. That was Drive Time University. That was time to invest in yourself. Remember when you was home and you were like folding clothes and you were just doing nothing but folding clothes, and you could actually, your ears were available. That was time you could be self-educating, listening to self-motivation trainings, webinars. That was the time. You've got to become a master. I'm a professional time thief. Like I'm like stealing time throughout the day. You're not going to have 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. You're not going to have that type of time consistently, but you will have 15 minutes 4 times a day for a power hour. You do have that. It's just a matter of you prioritizing. Okay. So do you have, okay, a few $100s to invest in yourself? Yes or yes? How many of you have a few $100s to invest in yourself? If you knew you were going to get these results, you're like, I'm about to do it. Would you do it? Because I don't know if you guys, it's several people you should be following. So if you follow motivational speakers, they talk about other people, then you start following those people. That's for your self-growth. That's for your personal growth. And so I'm always listening to something, like I'm always feeding my soul. And you should be doing the same thing, because it changes the way that you think about money. And so it changes the way money is a tool. Okay. So you should always have the tool available to get the things that you really desire. Now, if you are starting off in business and you're like, I want to learn how to do it. Okay, great. Great. You can learn how to do it to generate the money, the tool to get the things that you desire. Does this make sense? Yes or yes? So the problem is most people aren't willing to steal those 15 minutes. So when I talked about yesterday, okay, I guess recruiting people face to face and putting yourself out there, many of you are like, oh, I'm so afraid to do that. The question becomes, well, how bad do you want the tool? How bad do you want some money? Because if the money is what you want, it requires you to do something to get it. Yes? No one's giving it out. And my mother and my father used to say, money doesn't grow on trees. I'm like, it don't grow on trees, where it grow? But it does actually grow from trees, though. But trees, paper. But anyway, so you got to make sure that you're doing the thing to get the tool. So if you're uncomfortable meeting people face to face, and like I gave you the script yesterday, or what I would say if I was meeting you at Nordstrom's, if I was meeting you at Saks or wherever, or even Trader Joe's, wherever it is, if I saw you and I was like, she looks sharp, that's somebody I want in my circle. What do I need to do, right? I need to find out what she's doing for a living so we can see if we can do business together. If you're not willing to do something crazy like that, do you really want the tool? Because in order to get that, successful people do what unsuccessful people will not. I never did that before my business. I never just walked up to somebody and started talking. I never introduced myself like that to strangers. I never did it. But when I knew it was going to give me what I wanted, I was willing to learn the skill, right? Most people are wanting, not willing. Okay, those are two different things. And so when we speak about, every day you're meeting 10, 20, 30 new people every day, you're consciously making an effort because it's a priority. It's an income producing activity. Meeting new people is an income producing activity. Every day I'm meeting new people because it's an income producing activity. The tool is the money, right? Okay, in order for me to get that, I got to meet a lot of people, right? So now that you're out and about today on Saturday and you're just running to the local Sam's, my son just like, Mommy, we need to go to Sam's. I'm like, I'm about to go live. So if I went to Sam's, right, and I see a sharp person, yes, if I want to talk to this person because I want the tool, then I'm going to get the courage. And it takes courage. I'm not discounting your fear. You're going to have fear. It's going to be there. You do it with the fear. The fear is not going to just magically go away. And then you're like, I don't have no fear. It's still going to be there. You embrace the fear. You're in control of your emotions. You're in control of your physical being, right? You're totally in control. So you're it. You're the problem. You're the solution. So you have to say, you know what? I'm going to just see what happens. Jerusha said, just do it. Just do it. You don't get better until you start, right? So it's not going to just magically think about it in your head and like, oh, this is going to be. No, it's the action. You can't practice on your husband. You can't practice on your significant other. You can't practice on your daughter. You can't practice on your children. You have to practice with a stranger. The energy is different. And I hear people all the time. I'm like, oh, I just practiced on my son. That's not the same because you redid it and the energy was different because you know your son, right? So the best place for you to practice is in the field. That's what basketball players do. They actually go on the court. That's what football players do. They go on the field. That's what you have to do to build a people's business. You got to get to work and you got to go ahead and do it. Now, if you are 100% online, I am too. I get it. I can teach both because I've done both. Okay. And so the thing about it is, like I said, you want to be a double threat, you can do both. You want to be a triple threat, let's go. And so if you want to be a double threat where you can do both online and offline, it's going to require you, if you go up to someone, not to go up, hey, how you doing, shaking hands. That's weird, in my opinion. You follow somebody else and they say do that, then do it. But for me, I live in a major city. I said this on yesterday. It would be weird if I said, hey, how you doing? I'm Jerusha Wiggins. What the? That would be weird. They'd be like, well, what's up, girl? What you want? And so I'm not going to approach like that, right? Because I don't want them to have the guard up already and I haven't even said anything, So I want to be normal. I want to be human. I want to be how we do as people. I don't know you, Chanel, but if I saw you, Chanel, and you had on, like, you had a nice handbag, it's normal for me to be like, girl, I love your handbag. What you say? That's a normal reaction. She's not going to be like, why are you saying you like my handbag? She's not going to do that, right? That's not how women respond. And so obviously, if it's a male, it's going to be different, right? I only target females. Obviously, I'll help everybody, but my target market is females. So it's easy for me to see her if she looks professional or if she has, whatever. I just love her outfit, whatever, right? Her daughter is gorgeous. It's easy for me to be like, oh my gosh, she's the cutest thing ever. Let's go home, right? Because I have boys. So if I see someone with a girl, it's easy for me to be like, I didn't get the girl. Girl, let me get her. She's going to be like, ha, 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 ha. I'm warming this person up because I am going to talk to you about this business opportunity, the product, the services, whatever you have. But you can't go in weird. You can't go in like, how you doing? And all this, let's not do it. People don't want to touch you anyway. It's, even though the virus is gone, people don't want to touch you anyway. So don't do that, okay? So I know very early on in my career, like 10 years ago, I would shake hands, and then I realized people really don't like for you to shake their hands, right? But that's because I came from corporate. I was still in corporate when I started, so I thought that's what people do. But I know if it's a casual situation, I'm at Sam's, that's kind of not what people do. So when you go to your local stores today, if you are courageous enough and you said, I want to talk to people face to face, because you see all these sharp people all the time, you're like, I would love to tell her about my business. I would love to tell her what's the worst thing could happen. She says, no, thank you. I haven't heard of anybody dying from a no, thank you. So if you know somebody who fell out because somebody said no, thank you, tell me about it. But for so far, no one has. So you will be fine. You do it. You will be fine. And I want to hear about it. See, these are the stories that I love to hear. So when you go talk to somebody today, excuse me, what do you do for a living? I noticed you, what's your profession? What industry are you in? However you start that conversation, obviously the enthusiasm has to be there. Obviously the energy has to be there, right? All of that. So if you need to pray, meditate, sing kumbaya, sit in the car, whatever you need to do that first so your energy is good. Now, I'm not saying every person is going to say yes. Obviously, they're not. But you want to just keep doing it until you get better. Don't wish for it was easy. Wish that you were better. Okay? Wish that you were better at all of these things. So willing, you should, and we want everyone that's willing to do the work. Okay? Never say you can't. And never say you don't have the money. That's the tool. You can get it if you're willing to do the skill. You remember when people say, I have to rob Peter to pay Paul. My parents used to say, well, my dad used to say it. My mom never said that. He used to say that, and I was like, what? So we got to rob Peter to pay Paul. Everyone who knows this saying, put in the chat, Paul. If you heard this before, put Paul. Where did that come from? I really want to know the first person who said it, the originator. I want to know who said it. Put Paul. If you heard that before, I have to rob Peter to pay Paul. I don't want you to rob Peter to pay Paul. I want you to pay Peter, and I want you to pay Paul. Okay? So whatever those creditors are, we want to have the money. We want to change our language. We want to change our belief around money. We want to change our habits to create money. Money is a tool, okay? Money is just a tool because on its own, it can benefit nothing. Just by itself, it benefits nothing. However, with its value, it can acquire something of value to your lives and the lives of others. So when you have that tool, because you've done the work, right? You were courageous enough to do the work. You can use that tool to help other people. You can use that tool to do the things that you desire, whatever it is, okay? Money is a tool, not the goal. Freedom is the goal. Don't forget that. So listen, when I left my corporate job at CNN News, money wasn't the goal. The freedom was the goal. That's for most people. It's the freedom to do whatever you want to do. So you got to work for that. It's not just going to come magically to you. You got to work for that. So are you ready to invest in yourself? Great. Yes, yes, or yes. Paul, 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 Paul. Put Paul in chat. Everyone's heard that before, right? And so if you've been struggling long enough and you want to make more money, you want to invest in yourself, you want the skills, you want it. This is your moment. You're like, I want it. I did a TikTok that generated thousands of leads to offer my product, my service, my opportunity. It's just went crazy, right? It took me 15 seconds to create that short form video that's making me the money. Okay. So whether you want to do it or are you willing to do it, it took me 15 seconds to create that short form video that's continuing to make money, to make that Peale profit. Hashtag Peale profit. Would you like to learn how to do that? Yes or yes. But yes or yes. We'll put 3-day ride if you want to learn how to do it. I'm so passionate about my 3-day ride business course. It's the only course that I offer outside of my personal organization, the 3-day ride. And so if you haven't taken the ride starts June the 14th, 15th, and 16th. It's 3 days with me in a private group. You have my undivided attention. I am teaching you all of these strategies. I am sharing with you all of my scripts. They're downloadable. You can take them with you, how to convert those people over. Because if you're getting comments and likes, but you don't know how to convert, you're just getting comments and likes. Like that's not money. That's not the tool, right? And so you want to actually learn, how do I convert these people? And so in order to do that, you got to know what to say, right? You got to know how to start the conversations. And I share that in the 3-day ride. Put 3-day ride if you want more details about it. It's not for everybody. It's only for the people that's hungry and they're willing to change and they're willing to invest. It's a small investment considering what you get. It's worth 4 times as what it is, but that's because I wanted it to be reasonable, because I was you. I was you because I wasn't successful online yet. See what I'm saying? I know what it's like to not to know what to post. I know what it's like when one person liked it and it was your cousin. I know what it's like. You're like, I keep posting and no one's saying anything. And I see it all the time. I'm seeing you just post, and one person liked it. So we want to move beyond that point. Put 3-day ride if you want details, or click my link tree. It is in my link tree. It says 3-day ride business course. We want to move from that point, right? I want to make sure I share what I know for sure. I only share what I know. I can tell you exactly what I know to generate unlimited leads. I can tell you exactly what I know, how to attract your ideal prospect. I already know I'm only going to attract my people. You guys already know that you're my people. And so whatever I put out, that's who's going to appreciate it and follow and tag is my people. So I'm going to show you how to find your ideal prospects. I'm going to show you my screen. I'm going to share my screen with you, because a lot of times when you take courses, they're just talking, but I'm very interactive, as you can tell. I love to, like, what you need, let's go. Like, I'm quick, I'm fast. I don't, let's go, let's do it now. And I share my screen with you. If you have questions, I ask. I do live Q&As. I do bonus training. Yes, Chanel, she messaged me, Jerusha, I'm taking the 3-day ride. And she said, can you teach me how to create my link tree? And I said, I can make that a bonus training. See, I want to give it to you. I want you to have it, because when you win, I win, we win. What you talk about? Girl, success is not a seesaw. I don't need to push you down. I don't need to talk negatively about you. I don't need to do it. It's so much. There's an unlimited amount of money available. Unlimited. Let's go get our money. Let's go get our inheritance. It's waiting for us. It is. That's why I'm developing the 100. It's waiting for us. And so I only want to work with those 100 people who are like, I'm ready, I'm hungry, I'm ready. I done been starving, I'm parched, and I don't want to be that way anymore. So the 3-day ride, also, obviously, I am going over attraction marketing. I'm going over curiosity marketing. I'm going over how to grow your business. I'm going over all of those things, different hacks. This is very important. Different little Facebook hacks, Instagram hacks, things that people don't even understand because you don't even know to ask. Let me tell you something so simple. I didn't know if you comment more than 4 words, the algorithm recognizes it. Something as simple as that. And you're like, well, how was I supposed to know it? You take a class, you take a course, you take a webinar, you what? Self-educate. That's how you're going to know it. You're not going to know it just by scrolling. You're going to know it when you invest. That's when. And so it's just simple things. You're like, well, how would I even know that? And so just like the algorithm, it knows you. Every single one of us have a different algorithm, right? So it knows what you're putting out. And so that's important. We do talk about that in the 3-day ride. So that's going to help you tremendously. Put 3-day ride if you want more details, or click my link tree. And so I want you to remove yourself. Okay. This is longer than I wanted it to be, but that's all right. I need you to remove yourself out of it. Like, take your emotions out of it and don't make it about you. I need you to make it about other people. So if you decide that you want to meet somebody today, make it about her, because what if she's looking for you? Wouldn't it be sad if you have an opportunity and you saw her and you wanted to talk to her, but you were so involved in your emotions and your feelings and how you're going to feel if she says no, thank you, or how you're going to feel, and she's suffering. She needs her light bill paid. She needs her rent paid. She needs her child to go to summer camp. She needs the extra money. You have the opportunity. You have the solution, and you don't say nothing. Why? Why wouldn't you say anything? So I need you to remove your emotions, okay? Take yourself out of it and think about the people that you could be saving. The person that spoke to me, she couldn't have known I wanted time freedom. I'm so grateful for her. Her name is Kathy. I'm so grateful for her. She will be in all of my speeches. She will be, because what if she didn't tell me? She told me at the right time that I was actually looking for time freedom. Okay. And so the moment she told me that, oh, you can have time freedom and earn an executive level income, you can spend the time with your son. I'm like, what? Where they do that at? I had to get educated because I didn't know. Okay, so you go out today. If that's your desire to meet somebody out and about, just do it. I gave the script, the actual script yesterday. So you have to go watch that broadcast for that. Okay. And so it's not just the emotional, intellectual, and physical gap between you and money. The real gap is always between what you think you want and what you actually want. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. It's not just the emotional, intellectual, and physical gap between you and money. The real gap is always between what you think you want and what you actually want and what you're willing to do. That's the real deal. I think I want it. Do you really though? The moment that you're uncomfortable, you're like, I don't think I want to do it. And I'm thinking, how you let the enemy get the best of you today? How you do that? Why would you let the enemy get the best of you? Why? Don't do that today. Okay. You've got to have multiple streams of income. People are getting laid off every single day. Even though they say they're hiring, people are still getting laid off every single day. Never depend on a single income. Make investment to create a second source of income. The problem is you think you have time. You don't know when your corporation is going to shut down. You don't know when they're going to downsize. You don't know. The problem is you think you have time, so you say tomorrow. Tomorrow is today. Tomorrow is today. Say, Jerusha said a pretty person was putting all these nuggets in the comments for me. They was putting it in the chat because they know if I go live, it's on and popping. Yes. So make sure you tag and share, because you have a business bestie or business beauty and she's suffering. She has a business and she just like, I don't know what to do. We want her to get in the 3-day ride. We want her to get this free training. I come live all the time. Share and tag. Go ahead and share and tag. We want her to get it. Why we don't want her to get it? We do. I don't want to be the best kept secret. And so I wish when I first started online, I was looking for people to follow. I was looking for the help. I wasn't just on here. It's great to have some giggles. It's entertaining and all the things, but I was looking for the help. So I was finding mentors. I was finding people and following them and implementing what they were suggesting. See, I was like, let me implement. I'm not just hoarding information, because information without implementation is just information. You just got a lot of information today. You ain't did nothing with it. Now, how is that serving somebody? That still is a me thing. That's all about you. You got it. Okay, now implement those things. So it's interesting to me that we're in control of our everyday activities and we choose not to get that tool. We're choosing that tool is the money. Money is a tool. We're choosing not to do it the moment you don't share, the moment you don't tell me you have a service. You didn't tell me you sell blah, blah, blah. You didn't tell me that, right? Why not? I might need it. So I'm so grateful for the person who told me I needed it at that moment. And so to me, you know what? God don't make no junk. Girl, God doesn't make any junk. You're at the right place at the right time. It's not by accident that you're listening to the sound of my voice. It's not by accident that you happen to stop the scroll. It's on purpose. It's everything is on purpose. It was meant to be. So now today, I challenge you. You got homework to meet somebody new. If you want to meet people out and about and be a double threat, online and offline, then test it. Do it. And you can't do it one time and say it didn't work, right? You got to do it multiple times. You got to do it multiple times, over and over and over. So get this, and I'll let you guys go. You guys are so wonderful. Hashtag if this was helpful to you, make sure you say helpful. Let me know, because I'll come back, so let me know if this is helpful. But that's like when if you are a mom, put mom in the chat. You are mom. I'm a mom of boys. Hashtag mama boys. Yes, where my boy moms at? Where my boy moms at? Yes, boys love their moms. And so if you are a mom, period, put mom in the chat. But our children, this is like one of the greatest examples. If your daughter or your son got up to walk, and they fall down, do you say, you just might as well stop doing that? You're not too good at this walking thing. Do you ever say that? Have you ever even heard someone say that? Like, you keep falling. You trying to walk. You just keep falling. Do we say that? What do we say as parents? Get up. Do it again. Get up. Do it again. Oh, you're so cute. And the baby is just trying to walk and it's falling down on its bottom. That's what you're going to do. So today when you go out, you might fall down on your bottom. I'm here. I'm going to be like, girl, get up. Girl, get up. Girl, get up. Just like I would do my boys. Get up. I'm not going to tell my son because he's falling because he can't walk yet. Oh, you know what? It's probably not for you. This walking thing is probably not for you. It's not a fit. You didn't conquer it the first time. It's not for you. And then you let other people tell you it's not for you. What? Then you take the advice of other people. Yeah, your baby probably can't walk. He's fallen several times. You might as well give that up. That's what you allow people to do to your dreams and goals. You were supposed to write that book a long time ago and you didn't because somebody said, girl, you don't know how to write. You were supposed to start that boutique or open that store, that nonprofit, the church, the serve, whatever. And somebody said to you, girl, that don't seem like you. You don't need to do that. That's not your personality. And you let that person stop you from fulfilling your dreams. Girl, no ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. So I need you to take that same energy. We match energy over here. Take that same energy you would give your child to get up over and 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 over. I need you to take that energy today. If you're going out to meet people and that person says no, you fall down a little bit, you get back up. We fall down, but we get up. Isn't that what he says? All right, you fall down, you get back up, you try it again, you get better at it. You fall down, you get better every time. You're going to get better. And now he's crawling. Now he's walking. Now he's running. Now he's in football, basketball, track. And I'm like, oh, it works. Practice makes progress. Practice does not make perfect. Practice makes progress. So I want to hear your progress today. Come back. I'm open. I will help you be accountable and message me. Jerusha, I talked to one person. Jerusha, I did it. I'm going to celebrate with you because that's what we do as pretty people. We celebrate. We crown our people over here. We celebrate, collaborate, and create great relationships. I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha Wiggins, and I'll see you on the page. Have a great Saturday.